to the 56 Global Network, where we always encourage for appropriate change. Beloved, I love everybody, especially you. As usual, we are on tonight for a purpose. And as usual, you know our purpose. So please join us and let's discuss our episode further. God richly bless you all. Taking this opportunity to acknowledge all those of you who has been supportive in regards to follow me in all endeavors. I would say God richly bless you all and also encourage you to do more because we have a lot to discuss. Oh, hello, how are you? I believe you're well. Where are you watching me from? If you are on, kindly participate in the chat box, please, because it's also beneficial. Oh, hello, George. How are you? I didn't know it was you, though. God bless you for joining. Thank you ever so much. God bless you. Right, as 5Cs, you know our mission and our vision. Whenever we gather together, that means we have something useful to discuss. In regards to that, please invite people to join us for us to recap a bit concerning our last session before we move on to the next session. Having said that, whenever we come around any given theme, we link up to our components because it's useful. If you are able to connect yourself with a professional network, as well as be able to use the 5Cs component effectively, honestly speaking, it will enable you to reach far. So please kindly adopt to it something like communication, competency, courage, commitment, compassion, and so on and so forth. All these essential tools are beneficial for every person if only you take it on board. So please join us anytime, any day, all day long, because we have something useful to discuss with you. Mwah. Thank you. God bless you all. Right, tonight I'm keeping something on board. Before then, I want us to recap a bit concerning our last session. And who can tell us something that we discussed on our last session, please? On last Tuesday, we delivered an episode concerning humanity, impact on humanity. And in conclusion, we found out that whoever show respect and dignity as well as humanity to others, that person is able to achieve a great result. And so I urge and plead with everybody that wherever you go and other people that you'll be able to have encounter with, kindly show humanity to others because it's really, really beneficial. It will enable you to progress further for achievable results. So please bear in mind and don't forget because it really counts. Yeah, God richly bless you all. Right, moving on to the next session. Tonight I'm keeping something on board again. Having said that, in life, oh hello, okay, good evening my dear. How are you? Missing you. How are you doing? Are you okay? Have you eaten? Thank you for joining. And how is your end? God richly bless you. Right, let's go back to the books. Tonight I'm keeping something on board concerning your lesson learned. You know, in life, there are so many tasks that we have to complete for the day. And some of them are very, very critical. Very, very critical tasks. So if you are not lucky and you get that kind of big tax, it can keep you for the whole day in your little corner, isn't it? And some of the tasks are very critical, like I said. So if care is not taken, you yourself, you think you're doing a great job. You can even take someone on board to support. You can even take someone on board to maybe encourage for achievable results. You can even take someone on board for motivation purposes. However, if care is not taken, at the end of it all, something will happen. And so, if that thing happen, what will you learn from it? Your lesson learned. Your lesson learned we're talking about, okay? Have you learned a lesson in the past? Something great that you were able to do, which was beneficial, is also count. So anything that you've done in the past which wasn't accurate or it was, we want to reflect on tonight and see the recovery. Okay? Having said that, not everyone can recover from their mistakes or their achievements. If you were able to achieve a great result, that one won't be a recovery. Rather, it will be a reflection for you to further even do more for numerous achievements. But if you wasn't in a position for achieving a great result in any task that you were given, that means, on the other hand, you have to learn a lesson out from it. So tonight, we are on tonight for such session. What have you learned so far that you want to discuss it further with us? What have you learned? Was it great or it wasn't? Let us see your hands in the chat box. Okay? Because at the end of the session, we want to take our positive aspect home. You remember that is our number one priority. So your lesson learned we're talking about. Okay? Where are you? Are you under the carpet? Where is Louis? Is Louis sleeping? Are you on? Guys, I'm still waiting for you though. I've seen people watching me, but they don't talk. Why? I welcome you all, guys, to the 5-6 Global Network. If you are on, kindly let me see your hands in the chat box so that I'll be able to acknowledge you in a very special way, okay? Right. This is how the session goes. It's interactive. We are doing it together for appropriate change. In regards to that, don't be quiet, yeah? Just show up. Let us know. Oh, hello, Louis. How are you? How are you, Kay? How are you? We are all doing it together, yo. So let me see your hands in the chat box. Right. We thank God for our lives. Did you hear what I said? Your lesson learned and recovery. Whatsoever that you've learned, and how did you recover from that thing? If it was something great, let us know. If it wasn't, let us also know. Okay? Because I want to deliver some case study. However, before then, we want to test everybody's pulse for us to know whether we are on the right path or what. Your lesson learned. I know everyone has learned a lesson from their mistakes. Whatsoever mistakes that you've done in the past shouldn't be a yardstick, rather pursued. Okay, reflect on and then also pursued another journey, because I know definitely you'll be able to achieve your lesson learned we're talking about. What have you learned so far? Let us know. Okay, before I proceed further to the case study, we all have to come together to share ideas and then contribute, like, comment, and also share to reach out so that people can also benefit from it. Your lesson learned we're talking about. What have you learned in the past which wasn't great or which was great news? If it was a great news, let us know. If it wasn't a great news, let us also know for us to reflect on and then take notes, because that is why we are here. We want to change our lives appropriately. Having said that, it doesn't come easily. It is a process. So in this kind of process, There are so many things that we need to discuss it further for that change to happen. So, what have you been learning so far? Hmm? Right, let me move on to the case study. Once upon a time, there was a woman living with his children. And then one day, women, we are always doing something different. Our tasks are many. Any responsible mother always ensure that all tasks will be complete for the day. And so for that reason, women, we have a lot to do. Every woman can testify. Whatsoever that you are doing, you still have a major role to play in terms of raising up your children. So moving forward, one day this woman went to the market to fetch food. As usual, she wanted to cook for the whole family. And then while she was going away, the kids were at home. There wasn't like minor kids though. They are mature, a bit matured enough. They are teenage and everything, which obviously some of them will be able to do exceedingly. However, these people has been relying on their mother that anytime is because all the duties are on mothers. So they think their mother have to do everything for them. So the woman went to the market to fetch food, as usual, to, cook. Oh, hello, Louis. Yeah, suddenly you will do abundantly. Oh, you boy. Yeah, you made all this beautiful, isn't it? Exceedingly, you will do abundantly beyond your imaginations, is it? Bravo, well done. God bless you. Your lesson learned we're talking about. You can laugh again though. Exceedingly, you will do abundantly. You made all things beautiful in His own time, is it? He's going to do exceedingly and abundantly beyond your imagination, isn't it? We thank God for our lives. Moving forward, the woman went, and then the kids were home. I would say the kids because if you're still living with parents, once upon a time, oh my God, if you still living with parents, definitely they will call you like a little girl or a little boy, isn't it? Right. Let's go back to the books. The moment the woman left the house, all the children also left the house. Do you know why? Because if they stay till their mother comes, yeah, they have to support her to finish the task. And so they decided to go and find a place to, enjoy their lives. And by the time they will come home, their mother will be done with all whatsoever that she'll be doing. A lesson learned we're talking about. What have you learned so far in the past that you can reflect on and not to repeat that kind of mistake again? A lesson learned we're talking about. Please be mindful about your doing. Least I forgot, happy new month. May God richly bless you all. I love everybody, especially you. So having said that, they left home and then they didn't come home until midnight. When they came home, all the lights were off because they think it was just overnight, so everyone is sleeping. Not knowing when their mother went to the market, she couldn't turn up. Ask me why? This woman went to the market, and as she was about to cross the road, she was hit by a car. And unfortunately, she wasn't using her phone I think she left the phone at home. So they took her to the hospital because she was unconscious. They took the woman to the hospital. You know, this is a case study, which is a real case study I'm talking about. They took the woman to the hospital while she was under treatment. They couldn't find her relative because she wasn't holding anything apart from the money that she was going to use to shop. This is very serious. And her children was thinking that their mom went to the market to fetch the food and then come home to cook. And when they came home very late, they thought their mother was sleeping. So it's because it was late, they didn't go to the kitchen. Everybody dispatched to their rooms and they fell asleep. So in the morning, they wanted to knock their mom's door because mothers, most of the times, we don't sleep too much. Even if you are not going anywhere, you still can't sleep too much. So they thought their mom was still sleeping. And so for that reason, in the morning, they went to her room and the room was empty. A lesson learned we're talking about. They could have stayed in the house for their mom to come back. Or they could have, even if they were at home, yeah, they could have found out that, oh, mom went to the market, but where is she? She's not here. Okay, let me go and set the room. They could have found her this thing in the room. But this is whereby nobody, absolutely, there wasn't anybody in the room. There wasn't anybody in the room. So, where is mom? And because their mother's phone was still on her bed. Oh, thank you very much, Daddy. Thanks for watching. God bless you so much. God bless you. Thank you for watching. I salute you wherever you are. God bless you. Right, moving forward. When they went to the room, their mom's phone was on the bed. Where is mom? It became a lesson learned. What are they going to discover? They can't discover anything because they don't know their mother's whereabouts. And do you think it's accurate? How are you going to change your life with this? You can't change your life with this. Because when your mother needed your help, you wasn't around. If you were able to stay at home, you could have found out that your mother went to the market and she have kept so long. So you could have done something about it. While they were still searching for their mother was somewhere under treatment. And because she wasn't holding anything, and like I said, she was unconscious, she can't talk. So who is going to ask her any question, and how are they going to discover her relatives? So it took about 3 days. The woman was still unconscious. Can you imagine? And the children were just roaming about, going up and down. In this extent, what have you learned from this? Your lesson learned and your recovery. I'm going to link up with compassion, which is one of our components. My dear watching me, or whoever you're watching me and wherever you're watching me from, let's analyze this and come out with, conclusion. If it was you, how are you going to deal with this issue? One, the woman is under treatment. She's still in the hospital. The doctors are still waiting for someone to maybe pop in the hospital, or maybe they could have even hear from the radio station that, oh, this woman who left home in the morning and she is still not at home. There wasn't any news. Thank you, my dear. God bless you. There wasn't any radio announcement. Nobody was able to enter into the hospital because they don't even know that their mom is in the hospital. None of the doctors know the woman's whereabouts. They don't know their relatives. They don't know their children. They don't know anything about the woman because the woman wasn't holding anything, only money. And even the money was, for shopping. It wasn't all that enough. This woman needed more medication because she was still unconscious, right? So, right, no relatives. There hasn't been any announcements. There wasn't any enough money to take care of her. They don't know anything about this woman. The children are also looking for their mom, and the mom was nowhere to be found. Like, a whole lot happened in this case study. So this has been a lesson learned for us, or the lesson learned for her children, because one, they were looking for their mother for about 3 to 4 days. They haven't heard any news. Right. On the other hand, they could have even rushed to any radio station nor any social media handles with their mother's picture to find out where exactly their mother was. And you know what? Nothing at all clicked their mind for them to even find out where they should even go first. And they were just at home, doing nothing, and then be crying because they don't see their mother. If it was you, what will you do? So this case study has become a lesson learned for the children, for not to leave home whilst their mother wasn't around. So in conclusion, the doctors did all the possible best to bring or to revive this woman. Like I said, there wasn't enough money to take care of her because the country was out of pocket country. Without money, healthcare is not free over there. And so for that reason, it was very, very difficult for them to rescue the woman. The woman, like I said, was unconscious for about a week and a half, and eventually the woman died. She died and left the children just like that, without any explanation or without any proper, preparation towards something. The woman just died. So, in this particular video, my dear, what at all have you learned regarding this delivery? What at all have you learned in this case study? And what is your recovery? What can you recover from this case study that I have delivered? One, there wasn't any proper information. So please be mindful about your daily activity. Wherever you go, whether you're going to work, whether you're going to visit somebody, whether you're leaving home, wherever you are going, please ensure that you arrange your bag accurately, because you don't know tomorrow. You don't know what is going to happen on your way. Remember to put your phone in your bag. Also, address, okay? your name, your children's name, your address. You have to find an address book, because if the woman going out, when the woman was going out, if she was able to pack a little bag, to leave all these particulars inside the bag, like they could have found the children easily. So appropriate change we're talking about. What have you learned so far in this case study? And what is your recovery? And how are you going to change somebody's life with this kind of case study appropriately? It's a lesson learned. My dear, what have you learned so far in the past that you can also share with us? Secondly, if the children were able to be supportive to their mother, it will not end up this way, because they left home without anybody's information. They left home without anybody's consent. They just left the house because they think their mother is always at home, and all that she will do is to prepare something for them to eat. But that day was unfortunate hour for them all. The woman has been hit by a car. There wasn't any accurate information to inform people about what has happened. 2, 3, there wasn't any money to take care of because it was out of pocket area. So assuming you are living with out of pocket country, and there isn't any money, there isn't any insurance, there isn't any accurate information to find out how you're doing or where you are going or where you live, do you think it's accurate? And at the end of the day, can you change your life with it? It's a no. You cannot change your life in this manner. So please, having said that, your lesson learned should be based on something accurate that can transform somebody's life for the day. Because our works are very critical. And having said that, you don't know tomorrow. My dear, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So we should be mindful about our ways and our doing, and whatsoever tasks we have to complete for the day, we have to ensure that everything that we do, we have to do it accurately for achievable results. Please try this, and I know if you are able to take something positive on board, definitely transformation will also follow. Thank you, and God bless you. 27 minutes for 0.5. Is there any question or contribution? Because we are almost done. And for me to wrap up in conclusion, I want somebody to also share something in the chat box for your lesson learned, as well as whatsoever that you are taking home in regards to this case study. It's very, very important. Compassion attitude we're talking about. My dear, if you are not able to show compassion to others, start from tonight. Have you ever left the house without permission? Is it a question or? My goodness. Is it contribution or be considerate of others, especially parents? Good girl. Thank you very much. So that's your take home. Wow. Bravo, guys. God bless you so much. God bless you. Of course, because parents are also essential for, the whole family. We care. Okay? So for that reason, we will be also happy for our children to also care for us. And it's very, very important. If you want your parent to live long and also guide you through every step, please collaborate. Show compassion, show empathy, show respect, as well as dignity to them, for them to be able to live long, because if not, it's not easy. Okay? Having said that, if the children were able to stay at home, they could have found out that their mother wasn't around. And also, mother, on the other hand, if she was able to pack her bags with a little bit of maybe particulars in the bags, the doctors will be traced up for the family to come and rescue. But all these things were, because of negligence, it didn't happen, and the woman died. So in conclusion, I will plead and urge everybody that they should take note of this kind of case study, and also ensure that whenever you're going out, there should be proper information. Go along with your information. Okay? Remember to take your phone, at least store something on the phone, or maybe write something on a piece of paper, particulars, your address, your name, your children's name, for someone to rescue you, because it's very, very important. If not, you can never change anybody's life. Appropriate change we're talking about. Compassion we're talking about. Compassion linking up with recovery. If you don't link up with this, how are you going to survive in life? You cannot survive. George, are you on? I want you to share your views before I wrap up, because we are all learning it together for appropriate change. Tell me your view concerning this kind of key theme, okay? Because it's beneficial for us to adopt to it. We shouldn't just ignore anything like that, okay? Rather, there should be effective communication as well. If there was effective communication, on the other hand, the woman could have survived. However, there wasn't anything like that. They tried any means, but they couldn't find anybody around, that territory. And so for that reason, one, there wasn't money, there wasn't information, nothing at all, nothing. There wasn't relatives, nothing. So they tried, but they couldn't rescue her. And she was gone. She was gone and left the children. And so, you, the child watching me, please be mindful about your attitude, your ways, and your doing. Whatsoever that you're doing, please collaborate with parents and then take advice for achievable results. Thank you all so much. I can see you guys this evening. I know you guys are taking something positive home, and that is our number one priority. Thank you all. I salute you all. Please share to your walls for other people to also benefit from it, as well as play back and then take something positive home. Okay? And I can assure you that our next session will be much interesting. God bless you and stay blessed. Lady Dr. Irene B. See ya.